And that movie looked dope. Hey, y'all going to see that movie on Friday? The Gift. That shit look crazy. Just the concept alone look crazy. A nigga was bullied in high school, so he grew up 20 years later and getting back at the nigga that had something to do with him being bullied in high school. That shit seems intriguing to me. I like movies like that, so I gotta go see that. Anyway, though, it's been a weird weekend in hip-hop. Like, it was just a weird weekend, you know. But before I say anything, alright, Meek still haven't responded. We like 2 weeks in to when this nigga first said that. Now, we all gave this nigga slack for the Funk Flex saying he had a record. The Meek shit before he said he had a record, then he responded. Now, this whole three-peat shit, Drake, we all like what you do for his music. But I will say that Drake never said himself that he had a third record and he was going to drop it. A nigga called in to Breakfast Club and somebody else been saying the three-piece shit. But since we know it is a third record, from what everything you doing at OVO Fest and saying niggas don't want a three-peat, making these rings and shit, I get you're seizing the moment and you're taking charge of the situation. You playing chess, not checkers, nigga. We like that. But I hope you have a record, nigga. Just because you sent Charlamagne some bottles, alright, great. But you still ain't went up there, my nigga. So you still hold that L for that. Now, we like the charged ups, we like the back-to-back. But I hope all this shit wasn't publicity for your OVO Fest for motherfuckers to come out there. I won't even say that because it's like, you've been doing that shit for 6 years. And we know that the shit that happened this year, which people is not saying, something happened with Toronto where basically they cut the funding for it, so he had to come out his own pocket and do that. So take that, like, understand that. Like, y'all remember when that shit came out that something happened over in Toronto, they felt like, oh, Drake, blah, 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 but we're not making funding for this shit. So basically, OVO Fest come out his own pocket. From what they said, don't come to me and saying that's not factual. That was a report that came out. So y'all go do the homework and come back and let me know what that was. But, nigga, I know I wasn't the only nigga that waited for 11 o'clock to come for a record. It never came. Drake, I done bought every single album you ever dropped, nigga. I haven't bought So Far Gone, my nigga. When you put it in stores and it was a mixtape. We need that three-peat, bro. We need you. You started something. You didn't start it, but you already won. But I don't want to seem like you're trolling us. Before they lost the power, if you gonna kill, fucking kill. Put the nail in me fucking coffin. That's it. Leave it alone. Like, after that, you don't gotta do nothing no more, nigga. But don't troll us with a three-peat, nigga. Because that's kind of ammunition for Meek. Like, oh, you said that I had a record and didn't drop it, and look at you doing the same shit that I did, and you said I ain't popping. Some shit that, you know what I mean, how Meek will flip that shit. But I'm just saying, nigga, drop the record, bro. I didn't mean to go 3 minutes talking about this shit, but I know I wasn't the only one that waited for the record. And where's the song at? It's some bullshit trolling around that was supposed to be the three-peat record, but it wasn't it. And I know he didn't drop it because nobody on Twitter hit me up with a link talking about, nigga, he dropped it. So, Drake, come on, bro. That shit crazy. But the antics that you did at OVO Fest from what I seen, niggas been sending me hell links about that shit. This nigga did a PowerPoint presentation of memes. I'm not really impressed by that. I mean, I've seen better shit in battle rap far as antics. You know what I mean? Like, from what I seen, it seemed like memes that was all over the internet that you took somehow and put them together and boom. What would have been more creative if you had your team create memes of their own and then do it like that? Talk about genius. So, I mean, PowerPoint presentation is cool, but let's not get it fucked up, y'all. We forgetting, that's just a page out of Jay-Z blueprint book, nigga. Remember him and Nas? Or, not him and Nas, him and Prodigy. So that's why when I seen him, I'm like, I'm not that impressed, Drake. Like, you taking a page from Hov. I mean, everything is calculated. I get it. You wore the Jordan 8s. You know, Jordan had on the 8s when he got his 3 rings. You 3P, J's, number 8, you got some 8s coming out. I get it. But still, it's like, some of them was funny, some of them wasn't. And then it's dope you had Will Smith there. He from West Philly. You had Kanye there. I mean, you had some big names at the OVO Fest. I can't front on that. That shit is still dope. You had Future. Glad y'all hooked up again. Pharrell, Travis Scott. You know what I mean? That was dope, though. You feel me? But at the same time, you didn't have to do back-to-back so many times, my nigga. Like, we get it. You ended the show with back-to-back. So you performed it back-to-back. Great, nigga. But it's just like, I'm waiting for 3-peat, nigga. I don't want to have views from the 6 shit just yet, nigga. I know that's coming in a couple months, probably. It'll drop in 2015, which them numbers gonna be crazy because all this shit, y'all seem to forget Drake can't make music unless he going through shit. So you know, throughout this project, he gonna be poking fun at a lot of these rappers that have some sucker shit to say. Chris Brown, Tyga, Horse Meek, anything else. He probably gonna speak on the Lil Wayne situation in a subliminal way. So Views from the 6 gonna be a dope album, but we still need 3-peat. And speaking of y'all situation, niggas compared that to 50 Cent Ja Rule, and them niggas chimed in talking about, yo, Ja was like, if y'all gonna compare this shit to our beef, niggas gonna have to get shot and stabbed. I was like, wow, they have a point. This is nothing like motherfucking Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Let's keep that shit real. That was a real beef. You know what I mean? But far as on wax, I mean, it's not even nowhere near that. I just thought that shit was hilarious that niggas compared it to that. Like, who the fuck would compare that shit to that? You niggas is stupid. You can't, it's not even a Ja Rule and 50 Cent beef. It was Camps, G-Unit versus Shady Aftermath Interscope, nigga, because it had G-Unit with Eminem them going at a whole Murder Inc. And basically Murder Inc. was basically Ja Rule, nigga, because nobody cared about Cadillac Tile or Black Child, nigga. None of that shit. You feel me? So at the end of the day, it wasn't that. But it is what it is. I guess we look at this as, we don't know. I mean, I seen the ARF shit, little interview they did, OBH, OVO, you know. I mean, even that shit, Drake, if you ain't gonna sign this nigga, stop doing shit like that, because first you fit to sign King Louis. We hear frantic shit about Daylight, that weirdo ass nigga, but no offense to him. I think he's an incredible battle rapper when he put words together. Then it's OBH ARF shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you doing, nigga? Like, are you, like, I hope he not doing the whole, you know how people do shit and when shit get deep. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that hide your hand shit, bro. If you go sign a nigga, sign a nigga. Because it's just like, at this point, nigga, you gonna need at least 1 or 2 shooters on the roster, my nigga. Because you're gonna have to have a couple shooters. I'm just saying. But ARF been dope. You know what I mean? Out of all Philly rappers, I fuck with ARF. It ain't got shit to do with Cassidy or Meek Mill shit. It's just that when I first heard about this nigga and looked his music up, when he say shit, you damn near feel that shit in your bones. Like, no bullshit. Like, you can tell that nigga been through some real shit, and he don't give a fuck about this rap shit. He just trying to tell you the story. So I fuck with that nigga on that shit. Like, a lot of his shit is pretty dope, you know what I mean? Most of it is shit. He got some classics under his belt, but I don't think he get the credit he deserved, though. You know what I mean? And when he say shit, you don't see too many niggas come out and contest that shit. When he say he the goon of Philly and King this, and not too many niggas, you know, go at that. So you gotta respect that shit. Real talk. I mean, I don't know what him and Meek little riff is, but I get him and Cassidy shit. That was just some cold shit. But I don't get the whole him and Meek shit. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But I hope, you know, Drake ain't using ARAP in a pawn in his chess game. You feel what I'm saying? Because that shit'll just be cold, bro. It's like, that couldn't end up right. You know what I mean? I forgot who said it, but that is true. Drake can do some shit over here and fly his ass back to Canada and kick his feet up. You feel me? So I just hope that ain't that. But ending the video off on a good note, Dr. Dre, final album in hip-hop. He said Detox ain't coming because he felt that shit wasn't good enough. So he said, fuck it, scrapped it. It ain't coming out, so stop asking for it. But he is dropped in Compton, a soundtrack by Dr. Dre. It's a soundtrack going with the movie that come out, I think, on the 18th, Compton. And I think that's dope, man. Like, it totally shocked me. You know, I was on fucking Apple Music and was like, I seen this shit before every blog got it, like y'all did. And it's like, what is this shit? I thought it was a song at first. And I'm like, what is this? Like, oh, it's a soundtrack. It got basically, I'm not calling it a soundtrack, I'm calling it an album. He just pitting it with the movie. So I'm like, that's crazy. I must know more about this. And then you hear a little shit on Apple Music, like, oh, you gotta respect that though. You know what I mean? 16 tracks. Got some dope people on here. You got King Mez, Justice, Kendrick Lamar, Marsha Ambrosia, Candice Pillay, BJ the Chicago Kid, Anderson Paak or Pack, Exhibit, Cole 187, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, of course, Agent Bryant, Joe Scott, John Connor, shout out to him, nigga, where you been at? Yeah, Eminem, and that's basically all the features. I think his last album was in 1999, so it's been damn near 20 years since the Dr. Dre album. You know what I mean? But I could say I'm gonna buy this because it's a hip hop moment. You know what I mean? This is Dr. Dre's last project. You know what I mean? And it's been how many years since his last project? So it's like, yeah, you gotta purchase this and buy that, man. But I'm actually excited to hear it drop Friday, so hopefully I will be picking that up and y'all see the unboxing and all that good shit. And of course, people gonna go do that goofy shit and get it and edit the videos up and all that weird shit, which nobody really gives a fuck because you're irrelevant. But what y'all think about that, man? Dr. Dre final hip hop album. I think that's dope. I would have liked to see a couple different features on there, but I understand it. He kind of kept it, you know, West Coast a little bit, but I still would have liked to see him go out with some of the big names that he worked with over the years. That would have been dope, you know what I mean? But I get it. It's a soundtrack to the film, so you want to keep that all cohesive and everything like that, but it is what it is, though. But that's just the blog. I don't know what I'm going to name this shit. Just a couple events that went down. Oh, we don't care, but Young Thug pushed his album back, High Tunes, to September. That shit may not even come out in 2015. If it do, it'd be around December when nobody really gives a fuck, but it's a stocking stuffer, so you grab it anyway. But yeah, he put shit back. It is what it is. He been kind of quiet, so, I mean, hopefully leave the lean and shit alone. But other than that, that's what happened in hip-hop from last weekend. If I missed anything, comment it below. And yeah, man, we almost at 3K, so let's get there for the summer over. 1.